This is going to be part 2 of the lawn equipment startups for 2024. Right now I have to start this Craftsman M250 lawnmower up because I need to use it to mulch up leaves today. And it has a Honda GCV 160 engine on it. And just like the lawnmowers that were in the last video, I didn't run the gas out of it at the end of last season because I got sick. So I'm going to see if it starts up. I think it will because that Toro recycler with the Honda GCV 160 started right up too, and that one's been sitting, just as long as this one has. So we'll see what happens after I get it out of there. I just checked the oil and it's full, and there is gas in there. And I think the fuel valve is on. Yeah, it is. Alright, let's give it a try. I'll try not to stand in the way completely. Okay, it just fired, and it is pretty cold today. But this has 10W30 oil in it, so I shouldn't really have much of a problem. Well, it works. And that knocking sound that it made when I shut it off is coming from the blade adapter. That key in the blade adapter that goes into the groove on the output shaft on the engine, or the crankshaft, that key is worn out, so it shakes around a little bit. It's not loose or anything. But I'm going to get a new blade adapter for this, so it doesn't do that anymore. Now let's start up the Husqvarna 525BX leaf blower. This one has gas in it, but it has fuel stabilizer mixed with it, so it should be good. This has the X-Torque 2-stroke engine. Alright, I primed it and put the choke on. Let's see what we get. Probably has to warm up for a while because it's kind of bogging down when I hit the throttle, but I'm sure it'll be fine. That's better. Alright, I got the 22-inch Toro recycler with the personal pace all put back together, so it is now ready to start. It's got the 190cc Briggs & Stratton flathead engine. This one's rated at 7.25 foot-pounds of torque, and there's no primer on this one. Alright, let's give it a shot. I just put fresh gas in it. I forgot to plug the spark plug boot back in, so hopefully it starts now. doesn't seem to be running right. It doesn't make any sense to me because I totally cleaned out that carburetor. I'm going to be starting up the rest of the lawnmowers today, at least the ones that will start anyway. This, I don't know if, I know for a fact that the battery is dead, and I don't know where all the parts for my jump starter is, so I'm just going to have to put a charger on this and let it charge up. But this thing hasn't been run all winter. Got Kawasaki engine on it, V-twin, and I'm definitely going to be changing the oil in this before I really do anything with it. And it needs some other repairs that will get done. There's a Toro recycler with a Tecumseh engine right there, but has an oil leak, so I probably won't be able to start that one today. And that John Deere 14SZ right there, I guess we'll see what happens. I don't remember if that one ran at the end of last year or not. Got a Craftsman Eager 1, Toro Super Recycler with a bad belt, and another Craftsman Eager 1 mower, and then there's another John Deere under that pile of crap somewhere too. I'm going to start with the John Deere 14SE. This has the Kawasaki FC150V engine. It's overhead valve and it has an oil pump in it. It also has electric start. So let's see what this does. And this one has a blade brake clutch on it. There is a little bit of gas in there. And the fuel valve is on. Let's see what our oil's looking like. And if it's dark in color, that's because I use royal purple. But it looks like there's plenty of oil in there. Alright, let's see what we get. I'm gonna try putting a little bit of gas in it and see if it goes on. If this thing ends up not starting, it's my fault because I left gas in it over the winter. At least let's see what we get now. Just needed a little bit of gas. Started right up. Got a 20-inch 5 horsepower Craftsman Eager 1. This has a Tecumseh engine on it. Let's see what it does. I think there is gas in this one. Well, that little metal thing fell off the inside of the gas cap and it's completely dry, so I'm going to put some gas in it and I'll try and start it. Oil's good. Oh, it's a little smoky, but it runs. I got I think that's a 2018 Toro Super Recycler. It's got the Lonson 159cc engine on it, and it needs a new drive belt. That's why I stopped using it last year, because the belt got trashed. Let's see if we have any gas in here. Alright, there is gas in the tank, so let's see if it starts. Alright, that one's probably not going to stay running. I guarantee you the carburetor needs to be cleaned out on that one. Got another Craftsman one here. It's a 21-inch self-propelled model, and it has a 195cc Tecumseh engine on it. No gas. Let me fill that up. Oils looks pretty good. A little low, but Well, it runs pretty good. Took a little bit to get started though. Alright, got another John Deere. This one has a Briggs & Stratton engine on it, and it's a 14SZ model. This is a Briggs & Stratton Quantum engine, and if I remember correctly, this lawnmower was not running properly towards the end of the season last year, so I don't know if it's going to start. It goes through spark plugs pretty quickly because it burns oil and it fouls the spark plug out. Let's see if there's gas in it. A little bit. Check the oil. The oil looks pretty good. I change it very frequently. Alright, let's see what we get out of this. Alright, yeah, that one's going to need a carburetor cleaning because it doesn't want to stay running. So, and it was doing that last year. So we'll get that carburetor cleaned out. And I'm probably going to flush out the fuel tank because those don't have fuel filters in them, and any sediment in the bottom of the tank is going to go into the carburetor eventually and clog it up. I've had that problem a few times with these engines. But other than that, they're really good engines. Alright, got a Craftsman 25cc blower. See how this runs. I just put a little gas in it, and it had fuel stabilizer in it, so I think it'll be fine. Started up pretty nicely. Now I got a 27cc Craftsman blower. These two Craftsman blowers are my backups. I normally use my Husqvarna 525BX and the Steel BG86, which I started up in one of the last parts of this video. So let's see what we get with this one. bit more fussy than the other one, but not bad. Now I'll do some trimmers. I got a Husqvarna 128 LD power head, and I normally have the weed whacker attachment on that when I use it, but I also have a hedge trimmer attachment. I got a steel KM94R. It's really similar to the FS94R, but this one can accept attachments, as you can see. So it's just like the Husqvarna. Alright, and these should have fuel stabilizer in them, so I don't see why they wouldn't start up. But I'm going to start with the Husqvarna. I'll have to put some gas in that one because it's completely empty. Let's do the KM94R now. One's good to go. And lastly, we'll do the FS94R. This one's not running as good. It's probably going to need carburetor work. I think this one's actually been sitting longer than the other one had been. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it'll be fine after it warms up, but that's all I'm going to do with it today.